Random facts about anything, go.
Number 1. The SOAC subway car. The SOAC subway car, or also known as the state-of-the-art car, was a subway car or demonstrator car built in the early 1970s to demonstrate the newest transit technologies at the time. Maybe around the year 1970, the US DOT and the Urban Mass Transit Administration created a program called the Urban Rapid Rail Vehicle and Systems Program. This program's intention was to create new rapid transit vehicles for existing and future systems. They used the highest state-of-the-art technology to attract passengers and made them as safe, quiet, and efficient as possible. Now, since these cars were new at the time and were very expensive, not that expensive, but still new, they used the most Gucci, most highest technology at the time available. The St. Louis Car Company were to build and construct the SOACs. The design would be based off the R44 design, but better. The SOAC featured things such as a cool-looking hull design, cool-looking trucks, and probably the most 70s-looking interior I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, look at all the red and all, oh my god. The SOAC also featured third rails and pantographs. The third rails would be used on most conventional subway systems, while the pantographs would be used on the CTA Swoky Swift line. Yeah, I butchered that badly. From the years 1974 to 1977, the cars ran on many North American subway systems, some of them which are not subway systems, including the Patco Speed Line. Despite receiving positive criticism from the public, the cars really didn't yield in anything really good after this. They yielded mixed results, and the UMTA did not pursue any further designs similar to the SOAC. However, it's not all doom and gloom. The cars were in storage at Boeing's Vertol facility until May 1979, then it was shipped to the Budd Company for extra subsystem testing, then finally it would end up in the Seashore Trolley Museum in Kennebunkport, Maine in 1989. It's currently in static display, and it has remained there since, but in not the best condition. Before we move on, I have an upcoming game to show you. The game is called Tasker Avenue, Lombard Street, and it is being made by somebody named the Transit Dude. It is currently a part of the Roblox group named Concord City Transit, and it's currently not finished right now, but I assume it will probably be at least half complete, or complete by the end of the year, maybe next year. I don't know the state of the game right now, but it sounds promising. It contains subway trains, trams, all that, and yeah. Without any more stalling, let's begin. Number 2. The Titanic was never called unsinkable. I'll make this section short, but all in short, you've been lied to all your life. The Titanic was never called unsinkable. However, it was probably metaphorically passed around by passengers and crew. I guess it all comes from like this postcard that said like, our ships are as unsinkable as you can build them or whatever, but yeah, I'm making this short, okay? The Titanic was never called unsinkable, okay? Thank you. Anyone who watches Historic Travels would know this. Number 3, R32 number 3348. The car numbers of the original contract R32s start from 3350 and continue on from that. However, apparently, for some reason at one point, there was a car number 3348, which was below the contract number. Under regular logic, the car could not exist. However, this car exists for one particular reason. Car 3348 was originally car numbered 3659. However, it lost its even-numbered mate in an accident during the mid-1990s. So to keep the car numbers in order, the MTA had to rebuild this car and renumber it to 3348. On a regular R32 married pair, the set always goes one even-numbered car and one odd-numbered car, making a two-car set. Unfortunately, number 3348 was probably scrapped along with the other R32s, so you cannot see this car anymore. Dang, that sucks. Number 4, Patco before Patco. Now you probably know of the Patco Speed Line, which runs all the way from Lindenwood, New Jersey to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. via the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. However, there was a service that existed before Patco that ran along the same tracks, sort of, and served the same purpose. It was called the Bridge Line, and it opened on June 7th, 1936. At the time, this beta version of Patco only had 4 stations and it was relatively short. The Bridge Line was a public transport option at the time used for passengers wanting to cross the Delaware River into New Jersey or into Philadelphia. At the City Hall station in New Camden, New Jersey, it had a connection to the PRSL lines at the time, sadly defunct now. From the years 1917 to 1933, the city would build the Locust Street subway, which contains all the modern-day Locust Street stops on the Patco Speed Line. However, it was not meant for the Patco Speed Line just yet. It was actually intended for the City Center Loop subway line, which never opened. So the line kind of sat in a dormant and unfinished state until the year 1953, when the tunnel's end stations were completed as an extension specifically for the Bridge Line. Now this is the part where we're getting into some modern Patco stuff. Around the late 1950s into the early 1960s, aka the time when anything on 2 rails and wheels was dying, the Bridge Line was in terrible shape and it wasn't really doing really good at this time. Services had to be cut, and yeah, everything was going less than great. So from 1968 to 69, as a last-ditch effort, the line was extended all the way to Lindenwood, New Jersey. The line would be modernized and have brand spanking new rail cars called the Patco 1s and Patco 2s. Patco 2s would come later, but Patco 1s for right now. And after that, not really much happened. The Patco 2s would come in the 1980s, the cars would be rebuilt in the 2010s, and that's it, we're in modern day now.